Consider the following example. The activity details and their predecessors are given below, along with their activity times. So, different activities are given, their predecessors are mentioned, and corresponding activity times, that is duration of activity, are given. From this information, you have to calculate, you have to construct the CPM network, then find out the critical path and project completion time. Lastly, determine total floats and free floats for non-critical activities. Here is the problem. Say activities A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N are given. So activities A to N are given. Predecessors are mentioned here. For A, B, C activity, there is no predecessor. So these three activities are the starting activity. For activity D, B is the predecessor. Activity E and F have the A predecessors. For activity G, B is the predecessor. In this way, predecessors are mentioned for each activity. Now see, L, M and N are not mentioned here. L, M and N. These activities are the ending activity because these are not mentioned in predecessor list. So L, M, N and ending activity and A, B, C are the starting activity. Activity times are given. For activity A, 3 weeks. For B, 7 weeks. In this way, for each activity time in weeks are given. Now you have to construct the CPM network. So you start from here. Now see, this is the starting node. From this node, 3 activities will start. Activity A, activity B and activity C. Their corresponding activity time are given. So we write here in this way: 3 weeks, B 7 weeks and C 5 weeks. Now activity D. For activity D, B is the predecessor. So here. So where activity B ends, from this node, activity D will start. But we have to see activity D at the for which activity D is the predecessor. Now see, for H and I, C and D both are predecessors. So C and D should meet to a single node. So here, ending node for C activity is this, and D activity will start from this node and will meet to this node. This is D activity. And the time is 4 weeks. Next, E and F both starts from after completion of activity A. So activity A ends here, and from this here start E and F. Now see, this is E, activity E. Time is given 6 weeks. 6. And now F. It is 8 weeks. Now G. For G, the predecessor is B. So here, from here, G will start. But we have to see that for which activity G is the predecessor. Now see here, K. For K and L, F, G, H, three activities are the predecessor. So F, G, H should meet to a single node. Now that see F here. So to this node, G and H should meet. So from this node, G will start. From this node, G will start. So this will meet at this point. This is G. Timing 3 weeks. Now F is completed. The G, it will be H. H, the predecessor for H, predecessors are C and D. So C and D, this. From this node, H will start and meet at this node. So here. This is H. And timing is 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Now I will start from this node, that is CD. Here I will start. This is I. 2 weeks. Next, J. The predecessor is E. So here, from here, J will start. J, and time is 5 weeks. Here you have to write 5 weeks. Next, K and L will start from this node, K and L. Now see, J and K are the predecessor of N. So J and K should meet to a single node. Now J, the ending node for J is this node. So K will meet at this node. And K will start from here. So K will meet at this node here. K. K, what is the timing for K? 4 weeks. So here you have to write 4. Now L, M and N, these activities are ending activities. So this is the ending node, and here L, M and N will meet. Now JK is the predecessor of N. So from here N will start. N activity 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Next, M will start after completion of I. So from here M will start. M. Time is 12 weeks. And L will start from this node, FGH. From this node, L will start. So here, L will start from this node and meet here. This is L. L, timing is for L 3 weeks. Here, you have to write 3 weeks. Now it is the starting node. So here we write 1. Next for A 2, for B 3, for C 4. See the next E. So here 5, it will be 6, it will be 7, it will be 8, and this is the ending node, so 9. Clear? So this is the network diagram. So we have completed the first part, that is construct the CPM network, and we have constructed the CPM network. Now we have to find out critical path. Now we have to find out the critical path and project completion time. For finding out critical path, we have to calculate earliest start time and completion time, latest completion time. Clear? For this purpose, we have to draw two squares. Now see, for each node, we'll draw two squares in this way. For each node, we have to draw two boxes, two square boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now earliest start time for node 1, it will be 0. Earliest start time, that is ES. Earliest start time will be 0. Next, for 2, for node 2, it will be 0 plus 3. It will be 3. Next, for node number 3, it will be 0 plus 7. That is 7. Now, for node number 4, it is 7 plus 4. That is 7 plus 4 equal to 11. From this path, you can reach this node, or the straight path, that is 1 to 4. So this is 0 plus 5. Time is 0 plus 5, that is 5. Now we consider the higher value. So here it will be 11. Next, for 5, it is 3 and duration is 6 weeks. So 3 plus 6 will be 9. For node number 6, we have to consider this path, and also this path. So for this path, it will be 11 plus 7. 11 plus 7. Plus 7 equals to 18. This path. Next, this path. 7 plus 3 equals to 10. And this path, 3 plus 8 equals to 11. So consider the highest value, that is 18. So 18 will be the earliest start time for node 6. Now node 7. For node 7, earliest start time will be 11 plus 2, that is 13. 7. for node number 8, there are two paths. So it will be either 9 plus 5, 14, or 18 plus 4, 22. Consider the higher value. So 22. Next, for final node, there are three paths. So it will be 13 plus 12 equals to 25 for this path. For this path, 18 plus 3 equal to 21. And for this path, 22 plus 8 equal to 30. Consider the highest value, that is 30. So 30 will be the earliest start time. Now we calculate latest completion time. Latest completion time. For earliest start time, we consider forward pass, and for latest completion time, we will follow the backward pass. Now, consider the ending node. Here it will be 30 also. Here it will be 30. Now 30 backward pass. Now 30 minus 12. 30 minus 12 equals to 18. So 18 will be the latest completion time for this node. Now here for this node 6, 30 minus 3. 30 minus 3 equals to 27, or 22 minus 4. 22 minus 4 equals to 18. Here you have to consider the lower value. So here 18. So you write here 18. Now for this node, it is 30 minus 8, that is 22. So 22, you have to write here 22. For this node, 22 minus 5. 22 minus 5, that is 17. So you have to write here 17. 17. For this node, we have to calculate either this path, both this path and this path. So here 17 minus 6 and 18 minus 8, that is 10, and here 11. So lowest value, that is 10. 10 should be written here. 10. Now here, for node 4, 18 minus 2, either 18 minus 2 or 18 minus 7, that is 16, and here it is 11. So lowest value will be 11. So here you have to write 11. Next, for node 3, you have to calculate 18 minus 3. 18 minus 3 equal to 15. This path or this path, that is 11 minus 4. 11 minus 4 equals to 7. So you have to write the lower value 7. Here you have to write 7. Now for first node, beginning node, it will be 7 minus 7, 0. 10 minus 3, 7, and 11 minus 5, 6. So lowest value is 0. So here it will be 0. So we have calculated earliest start time and latest completion time. Latest completion time, that is LC for each node. It is LC for each node. Now see for which node LC and ES are equal. So here you find that this is the final node and this is the starting node. So critical path will be that path for which latest completion time and ES, earliest start time, for each node are equal. So here, see, this is equal here. So it may be for node 6, ES and LC also equal. Here 18 by 18. So this node, critical node. Next, here node number 4. Here also LC and ES are equal. So it is also a critical node. Node 3. Here 7 and 7 equal. So it is also a critical node. And node number 1, LC and ES equal. So it is a critical node. So this will be a part of critical path. Now see, here also 7 and 7. So it is also a part of critical path. Here we have got two paths, from 1 to 3, then 3 to 6, 6 to 9, or 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 6, and 6 to 9. So here we have to calculate the total completion time. For 1 to 3, it is 7 plus 3 to 6, it is 3 plus 6 to 9, it is 3. That is 13. 7 plus 3 plus 3. Now here, for this root, 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 3. That is 14, 18, 21. 21. There is also another node where earliest start time and latest completion time is equal. This 8, node number 8. Here it is 22, latest completion time and earliest start time is also 22. So it should be also considered. So here so for this path, total time will be 7 plus 3 plus 4 plus 8 equals to 12 plus 3 15, 22. So critical path is that path for which the time will be maximum, the longest time period, which involves longest time period, that is 22. So here critical path will be B to G, G to K, K to N. B, G, K, N. That will be critical path. So here for this problem, we have found out 3 critical paths, but 3 paths for which earliest start time and latest completion time for each node are equal. But critical path will be that path for which the time duration, total time duration is maximum. So here 22 is the maximum time. So we should consider this path as a critical path. So our critical path is this path. From 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8, and then 8 to 9. And total project completion time will be 22. See, total project completion time will be 22. So we have answered the second part of the question. Here is the question. Find out the critical path and project completion time. And we have also constructed the CPM network. Now determine total floats and free floats for non-critical activities. Remember that total floats and free floats for critical activities will be 0. So our critical activity is B, G, K, N. Here, you see, our critical activity will be B, G, K, and N. So for this activity B, G, K, N, it will be 0. Total float will be 0. For K, it will be 0. For N, it will be 0. For G, it will be 0. And for B, it will be 0. Now, how to calculate total float? Total float, the formula is LCJ minus ESI minus DIJ. Here LCJ means for activity A, LCJ means latest completion time for ending node. What is the, see here, for activity A, this is ending node, and LCJ, that is 10, latest completion time for node number 2, and earliest start time for node number 1, that is 10 minus 0 minus 3. Minus 3 is the duration time, that is activity time, duration. So 10 minus 0 minus 3 equal to 7. This is total float. And what will be the free float? For free float, the formula is ESJ minus ESI minus DIJ. So ESJ, earliest start time for ending node. earliest start time for ending node. Earliest start time for ending node, that is 3. And earliest start time for the beginning node, starting node, that is 0. 3 minus 0 minus the time duration, that is 3. So here 3 minus 0 minus 3 equal to 0. In this way we can calculate the total float and free float for all the activities. Now for B activity, now consider this activity, B activity. Where is B activity? The ending node is 3. Here latest completion time is 7 and earliest start time is 0. So 7 minus 0 minus 7 equal to 0 will be the total float. Here see, total float 7 minus 0 minus 7 equal to 0. And for free float it will be 7 minus 0 minus 7. 7 minus 0 minus 7 equal to 0. For activity C, now see, activity C, ending node is 4 and starting node is 1. So for total float, latest completion time for ending node 11 and earliest start time for starting node, that is 0. So 11 minus 0 minus duration, that is 5. 11 minus 0 minus 5. Now see, 11 minus 0 minus 5 equal to 6. For free float it will be ESJ, that is 11 minus ESI, 0 minus 5. 11 minus 0 minus 5. 11 minus 0 minus 5, 6. It will be also 6. In this way we can calculate total float and free float for all the activities, and I hope you will do yourself. So for non-critical activity you have to calculate total float and free float, and you know for critical activity total float and free float will be 0. Here it will be 0, it will be 0 and it will be 0. And you have to calculate for E, F, H, I, J, L and M. I hope you can do it yourself. Okay? Thank you.